everybody, I'm Damian Journey, Global Chief Growth Officer of 72 and Sunny. Coming to you again with the Sunnyside series here at Stagwell Sport Beach in Cannes. I couldn't be more excited to be here, most excitingly because I'm sitting next to my friend Candace Parker. Candace, welcome to the beach.
Thanks for having me. It's gorgeous.
Yeah, tell me, this is your first time at our sport beach. What are your thoughts?
Well, first, walking down just the beach has been unbelievable. Energy is impeccable. Had some amazing food last night. People are vibes. I mean, it's just, it's everything it has been talked up to be and more.
Good, because we talk it up.
Yes.
And I think a lot of times athletes are like, I've never heard of it. What is it? And so when they come here and the experience is what we commit to, it makes us feel like we have an oversold.
No, 100%. And obviously I think the setup is amazing, but the people make the vibes. And I think everybody is just in business vacation mode, which is the best mode I think you can be in.
Yeah, like we're in business, but I'm also wearing a short set from the 90s. Like you can't do that in every business environment.
Exactly.
So
sunglasses. I mean, this is not a bad place to work.
A dope Adidas fit.
I appreciate you.
Very, very nice. So there's so many places we can go because you are quite literally the most decorated female basketball player, maybe of all time. You've won Olympic golds. You've won multiple back-to-back NCAA championships, 3 WNBA championships with 3 different teams. I think you're the only person in the world to have done that, with the exception of maybe 2 NBA players from the black and white era. Like, what is it? I mean, Jordan didn't do it. Tell me what it feels like to be you.
That was a great setup. I mean, listen, my favorite thing is all of that. I go home, I'm mom, I'm wife, I'm sister, I'm daughter, I'm all those things. So where I think that, all that stuff you dream of as a kid, I can't lie to you if I told you, I dreamed of being on the podium, accepting an Olympic gold medal. I dreamed of, winning a WNBA championship. And so all those dreams can come true. And I realized that through, hard work. And I think surrounding myself with a bunch of athletes that have those same goals and, similar accolades has really been inspiring for me.
Yeah, I mean, it's clearly been something for you, like working for you, because it's been your legacy. I think, at least from an outsider's point of view, people that play ball now look at you as the gold standard. There was a time when there were other people, but you have become that person in so many ways. So it's just an honor to be here with you today.
I appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, so let's dig into a little bit. Let's go to college. What was it like playing for Pat Summitt at the University of Tennessee?
It's so crazy. I think she's one of the toughest coaches that I've ever played for, but, she cared. You know what I mean? And it showed in every single thing that she did from a human standpoint. And so I'm really grateful for the experience because I think I'm still learning lessons now that I didn't really truly grasp in college. And those lessons happen to be outside the court. And so I think people make a decision to go to college, but they don't realize truly what that means. And so for me now, I'm able to reflect on the opportunities that I had, but also the experiences, the memories, but also the people. I mean, Coach Summitt taught me so much about the importance of surrounding yourself with great people, and, chasing people, passion, all those things, and you won't fail. And so I still am in awe of the person that she is.
I love that. I mean, she's a legend, as are you. So it's great to hear how a legend can push someone who's going to be an ultimate legend at some point. And so it's great to see that connection started early. But even before that, McDonald's All-American, you're hooping outside of Chicago. Like growing up in a city in particular that's known for ballers, what was that experience like? How did it feel coming up in an era where there was an Isaiah before you and a D-Wade showing up and D-Roll, all these guys who had been legends in their own right? You were one of those folks.
It's crazy. I know I'm partial. I think Chicago is the mecca of basketball. I can remember going to
Detroit,
see.
So I need you to consider
I know,
that again.
I know, but I think Chicago is the mecca. Like the standard. I grew up in the '90s, so the Bulls were. I mean, it was like three
so you
things.
Didn't like my Pistons?
It was like. Listen, I was taught to not like the bad boys at all, even though he was from Chicago.
I know. It was
but
a weird thing.
But it was literally get out of school in June in Grant Park was the celebration
That
for the
was the
Bulls
spot.
parade.
Yeah,
And so I
that's what
think
we
the
did.
standard of victory was set at an early age, and I think everybody that came from there and from the surrounding areas, you know, we look out for each other. We love each other. There's like a respect that we have. I got to know Isaiah Thomas when I worked at Turner.
Yeah.
And, you know, I realized all the bad boy stuff was out the window, that he embraced me because I was from, you know, the Chicagoland. And so I just think we're all super proud of each other. Cappy Pondexter, I think, laid the, foundation for female ballers. Tamika Catchings.
Tamika, she was great.
You talk about Yolanda. I mean, you can go down the line. And so I think that just, representing Chicagoland has been really cool.
Wow. So then from Chicago, go to Tennessee, hang out with Pat Summitt for a bit, drafted #1, WNBA, Rookie of the Year, MVP. I know it is a little bit hot, okay? It's like summertime shy. No, I'm happy you gave us this.
I'm like, you listening.
I'm over here. No, it's a lot going on right now. But you know what?
Oh, I'm glad for y'all.
Yeah. It's okay. We're gonna move the location to a different spot. No, continue the fan. It's all good. So, Rookie of the Year, same year as MVP. That doesn't happen all the time. That was way to bust into the WNBA. Like, I'm here if you didn't know I'm here. Then 3 teams, championships at all of them. What was it like playing on different squads with different coaches in different settings at different stages of your illustrious career? Give us a sense of what it's like to move around and be successful at all the stops.
Well, I think it's something that you get from each experience.
Yeah.
What I learned at Tennessee was what I tried to put forth at the next level. And you try to carry, obviously the things that are positive and the strength, but also what you can work on. And that's the biggest thing. I think I've learned in a team environment, give me great people and give me competitive people.
Facts.
You will never fail. And that's in any environment, whether it's a boardroom, whether it's a basketball game, whatever it is. And so I've kind of taken that mentality. I think, leaders definitely lead from the front.
Yeah.
You're not pushing from the back. And so it's one of those things where it's like, I've learned a lot about myself in the different situations and the type of leader that the team needs.
So it's funny you would mention this because you're sitting here dripped in Adidas. You are the president of Adidas basketball.
It's hot soup.
So it's very high. The sleeves are out, showing your guns. So you transitioned out of basketball into so many other areas. You're a businesswoman, clearly president of the basketball group. You are part owner, a NWSL team, you and your daughter, as I understand it, and even some other ventures, like on TV every day. When I sit down to watch basketball, I see your face at least 2-3 nights a week, so it's great to be in the same space. Tell me about walking into a different arena and how that moves, how those operations play for you.
It's crazy because basketball prepared me for all of that.
Okay.
I think playing in a team environment and team sport allowed me to walk into a boardroom as I walked into an arena that was against us at an away game with 23,000 people screaming against you. And so I think basketball in general prepared me to transition to the next level. And my love for basketball was like one of two things. I wanted to talk about basketball and have basketball in my life, but I don't have the patience to coach.
Right.
So it was literally just front office or ownership or broadcasting.
Yeah.
And I think broadcasting is the best job in the world.
You're so good at it.
I get to talk about stuff. I was at the finals. I didn't have to run a sprint. I
What?
didn't have to go anywhere.
There
to
was
get
no
to,
pick and roll
I was
play.
going to the finals regardless. It didn't matter what happened. I was going. And so
That's a great feeling.
I think it's a great feeling to be on this side, but also taking the player side from that, being able to understand what it takes to win a championship, the mindset that you have to have, the different emotions that you go through. So I think basketball has prepared me for this next phase of life.
Well, I love the fact that you're where you are, not just because you're an amazing athlete, but because you are the leading female voice in a sport, on the set at least, that's dominated by men. Shaq, Kenny, Chuck. You are the voice. Isaiah, the cast is pretty wide there at TNT. And so to see you talking about sports with authority with other Lions in their particular sport, I think is pretty remarkable. You represent the perspective so well. I think before you showed up on set, there was this idea that men could talk about men's sports, women could talk about women's sports, but you've crossed that chasm, and I think you're doing one hell of a job. So just
Well, I
hats off
appreciate
to
you, but I have to give hats off to Robin Roberts, who I turned
Amen
on
to
the
that.
television and watched her on SportsCenter.
Yeah,
And
brilliant.
she really, truly inspired me by being a person talking about sports.
Yes.
It wasn't a woman, it wasn't a man, and the same thing with like Doris Burke, and think about Cheryl Miller, what she did with TNT back in the day. So I'm just super inspired and motivated to continue that. I think all of us want to be looked at as players that are commentating a sport and
Yeah.
not female commentators.
I agree with you.
And so that's what I try to do on set every single day. I think my perspective is way different than Shaq.
Totally.
His is just get the ball down low, barbecue chicken.
Yeah.
I like D Wade and Jamal Crawford and Isaiah Thomas. We have to do moves to
For
be able to
sure.
score. We can't just bow
Just-
somebody in the
yeah,
mouth.
you can't do
So
that.
we see the game differently, and I think that there's positivity and the viewers respect diversity of opinion.
Well, I have a 9-year-old daughter. She'll be 10 in September. And she and I can sit down and watch basketball now because you're on the screen.
I appreciate
She
it.
enjoys being able to watch the game with me and then hear you talk about the game. She sees herself through you in those moments. And I want to say thank you for that.
Well, I
'cause it matters.
appreciate you. It does
It really
matter.
does.
It does matter. And, I don't know if Robin Roberts knows that she inspired me, but it is something to it when you look on the television and see someone in a space that it's not a normal space to see people in.
Well, for sure. I'll say that closing out, two things. I want quick hitter.
All right,
These
let's
are
do
like, the 24-second clock is dropping. One, you have yet your third number 3 jersey that recently got retired.
Appreciate it.
Congratulations. Tell me about how are you going to leverage the fact that you have 3 threes that are in the rafters?
Well,
And
good
the-
things happen in threes.
Oh, they do? That's
They
what I've
happen in
heard.
threes. They happen in threes.
Okay.
And it was never the vision of a jersey. It was a championship first.
Yeah.
And, I think that definitely is a precursor to what's to come. I'm super grateful
Yeah.
for the ride that I've had. And it's going to be really cool to be able to bring my kids back in 15, 20 years and point up to the rafters and see my jersey next to all of the other greats. So I know that wasn't 24 seconds, but
That's okay.
I'm going
That's
to take my
okay.
time. I'm more of a pace player. I play at my own
Yeah,
pace.
you play at your own pace. You set the pace,
Yeah.
and the game comes to you
my,
and you deliver.
my own pace.
Your own pace.
At the
I like
buzzer.
that. I like that. So second question, because 3 great things come in threes. Second question is your POV on the W now.
I mean-
it's starting to rise. Tell me more. What do you think?
I think where the league is, I cannot be more proud of the growth of women's basketball, but women's sports in general.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of it has to do with now the social media. It has to do with the NIL, and it has to do with now people seeing it more as a business and not a charity. And so it's an opportunity to grow, both time but also investment.
For sure.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And the third and maybe most important question is exactly when are you going to invite me on set and interview me the way I've interviewed you? America wants to know. The world wants to know.
Since it's in threes, we'll do 3-3.
Okay.
Yeah, so March 3rd.
March 3rd.
Yeah, March 3rd, you come on set.
Put it on the calendar.
Bet.
Wherever set is,
Yep.
I'll be there March 3rd.
Yeah, you can. But listen, I'm gonna tell you, March of Madness is not for the weary.
Oh.
It's 14 hours, 15 hours on set.
I am here for it.
You got to do 3 days. That's crazy.
You just got to can. Just
Okay.
wait. This is a 15, 16-hour experience. I
Okay.
slept
Okay.
90 minutes last night. So that's how we're gonna roll. So one final thing. There's something special that I have here.
Uh-oh.
There is.
Oh wow. Oh goodness, look at that.
I planned.
And this is before the 2008 championship. This is the first
Exactly.
championship.
This is original love
Wow.
for you. Like you can see, it's
And that's
a
me.
little
That's
faded. That's
gotta be
you,
me dunking
right
on
there.
somebody, right?
Name, image, and likeness.
Hey,
being
didn't get
stolen.
no money.
Not
for
a
this.
dime.
Not a dime.
Give her some dimes over this,
Golly,
please.
not one
she
dime
deserves
for
the
this.
money. This shirt I was going to wear, but it's just too damn hot in here to put it on, so was not able to pull it off.
I'm sweating.
I know.
I'm sweating.
Yeah, exactly. As my grandmother would say, my yank nanny off.
Oh, my
I'm not
goodness.
sure what a yank nanny is, but I can
me neither.
imagine you don't want it to be hot. With that, listen, it's been a total, absolute pleasure.
I appreciate you.
I'm so happy you're here, you and your lovely family. And I just want to say to all of you, thanks for tuning in to Sport Beach 2025. Come back for more great content. Candace is just the beginning of awesome, great things that we'll have for the rest of the week. Looking forward to seeing you on stage and over at the Sun Deck not too long from now.
I appreciate you.